In this podcast episode, Mel Robbins sits down with Priya Parker, best-selling author of The Art of Gathering, to explore how we can deepen relationships, build community, and create more meaningful and fun gatherings in our lives. They discuss the power of purpose in bringing people together, overcoming the loneliness often felt even in crowds, and practical ways to move beyond small talk and awkward social norms. Priya shares insights on managing conflict healthily, making gatherings more engaging through structure and activities, and the importance of rituals in opening and closing events. The conversation also touches on how to foster connection in virtual spaces and neighborhoods, as well as how to activate one's role as a host or participant in the groups that matter. Priya opens by highlighting a common experience, feeling alone even when surrounded by others. Many gatherings disappoint because they lack intention and focus on logistics rather than on meaningful connection. People often go out, invest time and effort, but end up feeling isolated due to unengaging small talk or superficial interactions. Modern culture tends to view hosting as mainly about food and setting, leaving interpersonal dynamics to chance. Priya emphasizes that gatherings offer a crucial opportunity for genuine connection, but only if approached with intention and purpose. A central lesson Priya imparts is the importance of defining the purpose of any gathering. Instead of defaulting to routine or societal expectations, she encourages hosts and guests to pause and ask, "Why are we coming together? What need is this gathering fulfilling?" Purpose brings specificity to an event and helps guide its shape and dynamics. It also sets boundaries around who should be invited and what activities will be meaningful. She contrasts vague or inherited reasons for gathering with a deliberate sense of why people want to come together at this moment, giving an example of her family lunch where a magical question transformed the interaction across generations. Priya breaks down purposeful gatherings into three key layers: being specific, unique, and disputable. Specificity means having a clear, tangible focus, like a pizza party to eat basil from one's own garden, rather than a general get-together. Uniqueness acknowledges how needs shift over time. What a gathering fulfills at age 30 may differ radically from what it means at age 50. Disputability refers to setting clear boundaries so guests know what the event is and isn't about, and so they can choose whether it's right for them. This prevents diluted or confused gatherings where conflicting expectations weaken connection. To ease the burden on hosts and enrich gatherings, Priya suggests making guests active participants through small roles or shared contributions, like bringing a favorite item or running a brief activity. This builds a sense of ownership and turns gatherings into collective experiences. Playful elements such as fun dress codes or unexpected activities can break the usual patterns and energize groups. Priya also points out that some people connect better through doing things together, like walks, games, or sound baths, rather than through conversation, which can become repetitive or create distance if forced. Priya reveals that many introverts make excellent gatherers because they lean on thoughtful structure rather than personality to create connection. They appreciate clear expectations, meaningful shared contexts, and opportunities for quiet breaks or side conversations rather than nonstop socializing. Good gatherings accommodate different social needs and allow people to engage in diverse ways without pressure to conform to typical extroverted norms. A major theme Priya addresses is the concept of healthy heat, the idea that conflict, when managed skillfully, is essential to deepening connection. She contrasts this with unhealthy peace, where people avoid difficult topics out of fear, resulting in resentment or disconnection. Priya encourages rethinking conflict as a necessary and intimate part of relationship growth rather than something immoral or dangerous. She offers practical advice for approaching conflict gently, such as grounding oneself physically, starting conversations with curiosity, and naming the relational longing beneath the disagreement. For those stuck in unhealthy peace, Priya's first step is awareness that many share this experience and that conflict is not the enemy. She advocates small acts of communication, naming concerns calmly, and creating cultures within families or teams where expressing thorns alongside roses becomes normalized. She shares examples of families transforming tense gatherings by inventing collaborative activities like cooking competitions or hot takes, parties where people debate trivial topics humorously, thus building comfort with disagreement and warmth. Priya stresses the importance of how gatherings begin and end. The first moments set the tone, signaling to guests how to behave and what the experience will be. She recommends a greeting committee or welcoming rituals that make people feel seen and included immediately. Similarly, endings should be deliberate. Rather than abrupt cutoffs, thoughtful closures provide honor and reflection. Rituals like final songs, shared acknowledgments, or walking guests out reinforce connection and help contain the ephemeral, alternative world created during the gathering. Recognizing the challenges of virtual meetings in new neighborhoods, Priya discusses how intentional practices can build connection despite physical or social distance. On Zoom, informal playful activities like magical questions posed at the start foster warmth and engagement. For new neighbors, simple low-stakes invites such as a chair and share event where people bring chairs and meet each other can spark community. The keys are repetition, proximity, and co-hosting to share initiation and reduce social anxiety. Moving beyond small talk is vital to meaningful connection, and Priya introduces magical questions as tools everyone can carry to gatherings. These are curious, open-ended prompts that invite personal storytelling, reveal uniqueness, and engage everyone's interest. Examples include asking about an item only you might own, your favorite way to eat a potato, or your earliest concert experience. These questions unlock authentic sharing and break scripted surface conversations, creating memorable moments of vulnerability and humor. Finally, Priya reframes hosting not as a fixed identity, but as an activity anyone can choose to practice. She encourages people to start small by inviting one person to join for a specific shared experience they themselves would want to attend. Hosting should be joyful, purposeful, and manageable. Similarly, being a good guest involves paying attention, participating thoughtfully, and using small techniques like posing magical questions to enhance every gathering you attend. This mindset shift empowers individuals to activate connection both within their existing groups and emerging communities.